Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Hi.
I'm calling game in New York Underground. I called a few weeks ago. We spoke. It was a king's hand. So I have we're about 550 effective. I have pocket eights on the button.
What's the level of the game?
It's 1-2.
Underground game like in Manhattan?
No, Long Island.
Have you seen Molly's Game, the movie?
Not yet.
Okay, it's a pretty good movie. Not much poker, but pretty good movie. But Manhattan Underground games obviously covered in that game. But okay, so 550, 1-2, no limit. Yep.
So I have pocket eights on the button. Competent player in early position. He has semi-wide range. He likes to induce action, but he's definitely very competent, tough to get money off of on big hands.
Okay.
He opens up to 15. Folds to me.
In what position did he open?
He was under the gun +2.
Okay. So he opens to 15 under the gun +2, and this is 9-handed. Okay.
We're actually a little short. We're 7-handed.
Okay. 7-handed.
7 or 8-handed. So that was pretty standard open. I call on the button.
Mm-hmm.
The big blind calls as well.
So 3 ways?
We're 3 ways to the flop.
Okay.
The flop comes 8, 6, 3. The 8 and the 6 are spades. The main villain who opened up from 15, he leads. We're 20.
So big blind checks, +2
Yeah.
bets 20. You've got top set, right?
I have top set.
And you think that this guy is competent?
He's definitely a competent player.
Mm-hmm.
He sometimes shows up with strange hands, but overall he plays pretty, straightforward. Usually premium hands, very rarely, but once in a while he'll show up for like a balanced range, with things like 3-6 suited. But overall he plays pretty straightforward. So he bets 20. So I just had to read that I put him on an overpair just the way that the day was going. He didn't lead out usually unless he had a strong hand. He wouldn't bet out unless he had a strong hand. He wasn't c-betting too often. And so I decided to raise, but I wanted to keep it. I didn't want to scare him away. And I wasn't too worried about the big blind. Didn't seem too interested in the hand. So I raised it up to 65.
So your read here is that you think that he's probably not betting like ace, king, ace, queen, and you want to raise small. You want to keep him in the hand, but you want to sort of build the pot up. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I think that fast playing at low stakes games is usually going to be the best way to get a lot of money in. If I'm playing in a higher stakes game where I'm playing against a tough player, I feel like I would call sometimes because I would sort of want to protect my range, and I also want to allow him to bluff, and I want him to value own himself. But at 1-2, I've got no problem with that. So you make it 65.
I make it 65.
Yep.
Big blind fold.
Okay.
He tanks for a while, and he's the kind of player that will fold kings or queens here if I, in some spots. But he tanked for a while, and he did decide to call.
Okay.
He looked like he was painful about it, but he called. And then before the turn came, he checked. He blind checked. Seemed like he was almost giving up on the hand to a degree.
Okay.
And the turn brought a jack. Now, given that I put him on an overpair, would it be too nitty? Because in my mind, I'm thinking he could. Right when I saw the jack, I thought he could have jacks. The spade drawer still out there with the 8 and the 16 spades. The jack was offsuit.
Yeah.
I should always put a bet here, right?
Yeah, I mean, what if he's gonna bet call with any overpair, 9s through aces, say, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different overpairs. There's 36 combinations of overpairs. So when a jack comes, it means that he's less likely, right? So now there's 34 combos of overpairs and 2 combos of sets. He also can have some nut flush draws and stuff too. Yeah, of course you have to bet. You can never fold this hand. You're never going to be able
Yeah,
to fold this hand at 1-2 because people will sometimes just check raise all in thinking you're on a draw and they're just going to go with it. So, I mean, at
yep.
this point, the pot's 175. It
I
looks
bet.
like you've got, or it's maybe a little bit more, but it looks like you put 65, 160. He's got 80, so this pot maybe like 470. He's got like 470 left in his stack, right? And
Mm.
yeah, I think the pot's 175, right?
65, 130, 50 times 3, yeah, 175, correct.
So yeah, I would just start betting. Trying to
Yep.
get
Yep.
trying to get the money. I mean, if you bet 125, the pot will be 425, and it'll have about 350 left. So I might bet like 140 and just try to get all the money in. Hopefully he'll just
Okay.
jam you on the turn. So I would bet large here on the turn.
Yeah. Okay, so I bet 100. I bet 100 stack out.
The only problem with 100 here is that unless you're going to jam river, if he calls the pot's 375 and it looks like he has a pot size bet left, so which can be okay, but I want to try to get all the money in. So when you shape the pot size, you can see that betting 140, 150 leads to a pot of like 475, and then he's got, you know, maybe, or excuse me, yeah, 475, and maybe he's got like, you know, 350 left. If you bet 100, the pot's 375, and he's got 375 left. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I guess because he seemed like he wanted to fold the flop,
Mm.
I still wanted to price him in to a degree. And yeah, I guess that's where my mindset was. But definitely betting higher makes more sense looking back. But he ended up calling pretty quickly,
Okay.
and didn't raise. So I still was thinking. Now I'm thinking maybe he's drawing, maybe still an overpair.
Yeah.
The river brings a queen, offsuit queen,
Okay.
and he checks again.
So you've got a pot
And
size bet left, right?
yes,
Yeah. I mean, once he calls the turn, uh, he still might have like nines or tens. I don't know. I probably err towards a little bit more of a kind of a. I don't know if I jam all in now.
yeah, I
I
didn't jam.
you did jam or you did jam? Didn't
I did not. I went for value.
200 or
You know,
something?
yeah, I bet 185.
So check 185. Now this is what I'm talking about here. Like where let's say he check jams on you for like 200 more. Am I gonna fold? No, I'm not gonna fold. He just got me. You know what I mean? Like if that's the but 185 I think is okay. So you bet 185.
And he snap jammed one.
So but this
I
is
mean,
what
I
I'm
called
talking.
it off.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, though. I'm not going to fold here at 1-2. People, I think it's a little ridiculous to say, well, am I going to make money by folding here at 1-2? I mean, you're gonna be getting such a price. It's 200 more, right? So 370. The pot is like 740 after a bet and a call. So it's like 940, 200 to call, right? Like 940, 200. No, or even less than that. 940, 190 to call. No, I'm not going to fold. No way. Not at
Yeah,
1-2.
I knew I couldn't fold. I knew I couldn't fold, but I just felt like I just knew I was just throwing my money away type of spot because I knew that he was folding me on the flop. He wasn't folding, maybe ace queen, ace jack, maybe ace queen of spades.
Yeah, but those hands wouldn't check jam. So he had pocket queens? Is that what happened?
He had pocket jacks. Actually, he turned top set. He knew he put me on pocket eights, so he floated to see if he would improve, and that's why he flatted me on the turn. He kind of owned my soul in a way. Just let me bet myself to death. But
You mean he knew you had pocket eights when you bet the turn, or he knew you had pocket eights when you raised him on the flop?
he said that when I raised him on the flop, because I raised so small, he thought that if I was raising with a spade draw, that I would have went a little higher, since it was like a semi-bluff. So when he said it looked so value-y with someone behind me just raising, 45 on top of his $20 bet.
So if it looks so value-y, why would he call with an overpair in his hand? If he has two outs for 45 more. Two outs for 45 more, he needs to make 25 times the raise size, and you're nowhere near that deep. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying that what he's saying is kind of BS.
Yeah, I mean that's why he said that he just felt like it was $45. He already had
Right,
$35 invested
right.
for the pot, and he was like, you know what? He said that when he called it, he was planning on folding to any raise on the turn. It
Hmm.
just happened to be the turn was gave him top set. So
All right, buddy. Thanks for the
I just
call. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.